Hello everybody. I'm getting nervous. Why? I have a feeling my vote is cute today. Well, we'll see. I don't know, chat. We'll see. Holy shit. It's a good thing I didn't fucking show that. Holy shit. Stream title 5. Chat, what should I name the stream? First person to give me a suggestion is what I'm naming the stream today. Someone give me a stream name suggestion. I can I use gay? Can I just do gay? Am I allowed to make the stream title just gay? Is that TOS? I don't know if I'm allowed to do that one. Am I allowed to do that? What's poppin'? Gaystra. I'll just do Gaystra. There we go. It's fair. It's close enough. That's close enough, chat. It's close enough. It works. Alright, chat. Hello, everybody. I know I wore this outfit like a couple streams ago, but you know what? It's cute, so fuck you. Fuck you, it's cute. So, chat. Anyway, chat. What's poppin'? I feel like I'm just like, I woke up like a while ago, right? But I feel like I'm just not, I feel like I'm just now starting to like become conscious. You ever do that where you like wake up and then you're like, doing shit for hours? And then you just like, you just like, oh shit, I'm alive. I forgot about that. In fact, Meds, you stole my thing. Happy to contribute this wholesome stream. I went thrifting and found a rare Jimmy Cole t-shirt. Interesting. Is Astra not dead? Anyway, chat. I may have angered the BV, but I did buy plane tickets, chat. I have bought plane tickets. And so I have plane tickets to Atlanta on the 22nd. So I'm going to be flying to Atlanta instead of driving, which I feel like it's a lot better of a decision. Because I was just thinking about it. It would have cost me like $200-300 to rent a car to drive to Atlanta. And it would have added like 14 hours of driving. Like, I'm already going to be driving across the country. Like, I'm already going to be doing almost 80 hours of driving as is. I don't want to drive for 80 hours and then drive another 8 when I get back. Like, that is fucked. Because, like, imagine, chat, I drive 8 hours north to Atlanta, then I drive 40 hours fucking west towards Nevada. We spent a week in the desert, and now I'm like tired. I'm partied out. I've just did the Burning Man thing, which takes a lot out of you. And then I drive 40 hours back to Atlanta, and then I have to drive 8 hours south, and then I have to like my fucking thing is if I did that, I would have to drive south past my house. I would have to be driving south, know that I've got an hour of driving left as I pass the exit to my house. So I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, there's my home. I'm basically home now, except I'm not because I've got 2 more fucking hours of driving left because I have to drive an hour south to drop off the car and then drive back up an hour north back to my fucking house. No way am I doing that after driving 80 hours, dude. You could fuck off. Is the stream stuttering? I think it's just you. I don't have any drop frames on my end. Atlanta. Smart as fuck. I just don't, I'm just thinking like, I feel like we can get bikes in Atlanta. We can get bikes wherever. Like, we'll find places to get bikes. I feel like we'll be fine, right? To me, I just think thing is getting to Atlanta for me, and then once I'm in Atlanta, I know that I'm pretty much good. I'm pretty much good. I just really did not want to drive from fucking I really did not want to drive from goddamn Florida to Atlanta and then Atlanta to Nevada and then back again. That would be so much. I'm already like pushing myself. Like, I feel like a lot with this. I've already like, feel like I've endeavored on a really big challenge, and I don't want to make it like extra hard. I feel like just driving from Florida to Atlanta, it just makes it so much harder. I can find as usual. Thank you. And chat, the thing is, it's literally cheaper. It's literally cheaper to fly than it is to drive. Because it was, chat, the tickets I got were like, I spent $180 on the tickets. So that's not bad, right? That's not bad for a round trip with checked luggage. 180 bucks with checked luggage, round trip. The tickets themselves, and this is kind of crazy, if I didn't get a checked bag, it would have been like $60 for round trip. The checked baggage costed more than the actual tickets did for the plane tickets. I literally like I'm pretty sure my ticket to Atlanta cost like $30 and my ticket from Atlanta cost like $20, not including the checked bag. So it's literally like $50 for both ways. And it's like, my god. And yeah, I have to, it's still like I'm paying $130 essentially to like check my bag. But like I feel like that's worth it, right? Am I wrong? Am I not? Am I wrong about that? I need to turn on the fan. It's hot here. It's so hot here. Fit check also. Well, might as well, right? Might as well. Okay. Oh, right, I forgot. Look at this chat. Look what I got. Thank you, one Laco Laco for the 1,000 bits. Thank you so much. They're so I got this battery from Amazon, and I don't know if you can see this chat. Do you see this little dent here? Do you see this little dent? Look at the battery. Look at what I got. Look at this fucking look at this shit. Look at that shit, man. What the fuck? They straight up fucking dropped my battery. Return? I'm not really return it. It's not safe to return. But I did have Amazon send me another one, for free, so I don't have to pay for it. And they're just sending me another one. But the fact that it's like literally fucking, my god, it came and it was damaged. Like, god damn it. It's a nice battery. I think I didn't realize it when I bought it, but I think this is AGM, which is kind of nice. So it's like, it's AGMs are like the better type you can get because they're like they're not like a normal lead acid battery where you have like water sloshing around in there. Like there's no water in here, but it's got like a gel kind of alternative that does the same thing. But it's like they're actually pretty good. So this should be a good battery so long as it wasn't unsafe to use. Unfortunately, because it has this big ass dent, it's like not safe to use at all. In fact, I now, and like it's annoying because now I have to take that battery to like AutoZone to have them recycle it because it's fucked. New battery for the Rebel? No. Well, I can't use that battery. Like I wouldn't risk it. Exchange for a new one. I'm freaking ignore the part of the stream because I'm gonna go fucking insane and scream on my screen. I fucking told you go flying, so I don't want to hear. So I want to no, I want the on the road experience. God damn it. Wait, what? Are you talking about Cuddle Bear? I fucking told you. Listen, I never denied that flying was gonna be a good idea. Alright? I'm not saying you were wrong, Cuddle Bear. Maybe it was your words of wisdom, Cuddle Bear, that got me to fly, maybe. Who knows? I still have a lot of driving to do, I do. I really do. And that's my thing, it's already gonna be like a really long trip. I'm expecting to like get I'm expecting that on the way back. Like, I think I'll get there fine. I think, we've got 3 people who are going to drive to Nevada. I think we'll make it to Nevada. And I think we'll be fine in Nevada. My thing is, I'm going to be camping in the desert for a week, right? In the most remote place in America, right? For a week, I'm going to be dancing. I'm going to be fucking, like, going out all night. We're going to be going hard in the desert, right? And I'm gonna get done with that week, and then we're gonna have the 40-hour drive back home in front of us, and I feel like that's gonna be so hard to do because I feel like it's gonna be hard. I feel like we're gonna be exhausted after the drive there. I think we're gonna be totally exhausted, and we're gonna be like fucking dead once we get there. And then we're gonna party for a week, and everything will be great. But then when we're getting ready to leave, we're gonna be like dreading the drive home. And then once we're on the drive home, my guess is I'll get to like Oklahoma City and I'll just be like losing my mind. This is what I'm anticipating, chat. I'm expecting to get to like Oklahoma City, like halfway there, and still having like 17 hours to go and just being like, oh my god, I just don't want to drive anymore. And then you push through it, right? You just barely push through it, and we get back to Atlanta. My thing is, I'm gonna want nothing more than to not drive after that, right? Like, once we get to Atlanta, I feel like if I got to Atlanta and I still had to drive 7 hours south, I would break. I think I would break. I think I would lose my mind, and we would no longer, I would lose my shit. I think I would lose my fucking shit. Please think of us wagey slaves while you're having fun. Send us a selfie as your sanity drops. I will. I'll just be like, I'll just take a picture and you'll just get this, like, the most candid, like, depressed, disheveled looking picture of me of all time. You're supposed to love driving. This goes to, let me give you a frame of reference for how long of a drive this is, right? So, from my house to Nevada, it's about the same distance as driving from Madrid, Spain to Moscow. It's about that same distance. So just to give your European mind an understanding of the kind of drive that I'm going to be embarking on here, it's literally from fucking Madrid to Moscow. That's the length of drive I'm going on right now, Disco. how would you what That's a long ass drive, dude. It's a long ass drive. I understand. I just wanted to make you more patriotic about your homeland. I am kind of excited about that, to be honest with you, chat. I am excited. I think I've never driven to the West Coast. I've only ever flown to the West Coast. I've been there. I've been to the West Coast only a handful of times in my life, right? And half of those handful of times were last year when I went to Arizona and Nevada. But like, I've only been to the West Coast like 3 times in my life. Like, and 2 of those times were last year. And so I'm going to be driving through the entirety of the country. I think it'll be actually pretty cool. Like, I think for all I'm complaining, like, I'm saying it's going to be so hard and everything, but I do think it's going to be fun. I do think that we're going to, at least on the way there, it's going to be a lot of fun to see, like, going from like the South to the Midwest to the, Rockies, through the Rockies into the West Coast. I think that would be cool. I think it's going to be cool, especially once we get past Oklahoma and like the middle of the country. Once we start getting into like western Oklahoma and western, like where it starts to become kind of deserty and westerny, I think that's when we're going to start to like have a lot of fun with it. And drive from Iowa to Florida. Medical, it's literally like twice as long from Florida to Iowa. Iowa to Florida is like 17 hours. Iowa to Nevada is like 38 hours. It's literally over twice as long. And I'm doing it twice. So it's not, so yeah, I've driven from Iowa to Florida, but I've never driven from Iowa to Florida and then back to Iowa or Florida. I've never done that trip twice within a week. And now I'm going to do a trip that's literally twice as long. And then I'm going to do that twice in a week. And it's like, oh my god, it's going to be... See, chat, I have sort of a frame of reference here. Because a long time ago, I drove my RX-7 from Iowa to Florida, right? I did this big long trip. I drove all the way from Iowa to Florida. And the car made it just fine, but I was just so dreading driving home. Like I was just to be fair, I was only planning on spending like 3 days in Florida, but like I was like I realized that driving 17 hours, spending 3 days in Florida and then driving home was just not enough recuperation time. Like I just was not going to be able to do that, right? At the time anyway. So now I'm going on something way more intense and way bigger, but I think it'll be okay because I'm not doing it alone. First of all, that's a big thing. I'm not going alone, and I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be good. I think it'll be okay. But it's gonna be hard. Do you pass by Arkansas? It depends on which route we take. We can either go up towards I-80, or I think we can take I-40 instead. I think we're gonna take I-40 because I'm pretty sure I-80 is worse on gas mileage. I'm not sure. Let me look actually. Any chance of a short phone stream? Potentially. I don't know how to stream from my phone really. Streaming from phones is like harder than people think it is, but I don't know. I might do that. Especially if I can stream from if I could stream from Burning Man, that'd be kind of crazy. All right, let's go to Black Rock City and directions from Black Rock City to Atlanta, Georgia. It is from Atlanta, Georgia. It is 37 hours if we take I-80 or I-40. But it's gonna be yeah. It's like the shortest distance is if we go up towards I-80, but I think that that's not gonna be a good idea because like I think this is like you have to go over the mountains here, right? If we go up towards I-80, we get to like we have to go over the Rockies, which that would be cool. Like I feel like going through the Rockies would be kind of a cool like experience. But like I also feel like it's probably gonna ruin our gas mileage, and we're already gonna be fucking getting wrecked on gas anyway. So I feel like it's gonna be better if we go down on I-40. Because if we go through I-40, we just go basically straight west until we hit like Arizona and like Nevada, and then we go north through in Nevada. So we'd be driving from like we'd go through Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama. We'd go through the entirety of the South, which I've never been to Alabama. I've never been to this part of the South. I've been to Oklahoma and Missouri, but that's it. I've never been to Mississippi or Arkansas. So I would be getting to like see all three of these. I'd be getting to see Alabama, Mississippi, and Arkansas for the first time, which would be kind of cool. And driving through New Mexico. I've never been into New Mexico. So that would add 4 new states to my roster, chat. That's pretty cool. But if I go north, I've already done this trip like a billion times. And part of me thinks that's why I don't want to do I-80 is because I've already done Atlanta to St. Louis a lot. And it's this drive here is so long. It is so fucking long, dude. Oh my god. I'm looking at this and I'm just thinking I'm so glad I bought that ticket, dude. Imagine you have a 37-hour drive and you have to add another 7 hours to it. Oh my god. Oh my god, I would not do that. I would break, chat. I would break. Take the more scenic route. You never been to the redneck states? I've been to Georgia, obviously. I've been to Florida, obviously. I've been to Texas. I've been to Oklahoma, Texas, Missouri, Kentucky, Tennessee, Georgia. And that's it. I've never been up the East Coast. I've never been to the Carolinas. I've never been to the Virginias. I've never been to Pennsylvania. I've never been north of that. The only time I've ever been in like the Northeast was when I went to Newark, because I had a connecting flight through Newark. But I was just in the Newark airport, so I got to see the Manhattan skyline, which was cool. But like, I didn't actually I wasn't in like New York, right? I was just flying in and out of the airport. I was this close to buying an I Love New York t-shirt, but I didn't because it was no time. It's funny, chat, when that happened, I was like, I had made friends with this like little old lady and we were talking and we're because we had a connecting flight, right? And so we are both going to the same connecting flight. And I'm walking with her, and I see the gift shop, and I'm like, oh, I really want to buy an I Love New York t-shirt because I'm not even like going to New York was not on the itinerary at all. And so I was just like, it would be really funny if I bought an I Love New York t-shirt. But then the lady was like, dude, we don't have time for that. Let's just go. And I'm like, you're right. You're right. And I'm glad I did. I listened to her because I probably would have missed my flight. How many states you pee in? Okay, so is that the determination, the determining factors if you peed in that state? Well, I haven't peed in New York. I did not pee in New York. I did not pee. I've been to Texas. I've peed in Texas, Nevada, Arizona, Colorado, Missouri, Kansas, Iowa, Nebraska, Kentucky, Tennessee, Illinois. Well, yeah, Illinois, um, Georgia, Florida. Also California technically, but I haven't been to California since I was a kid, like 5 years old. Furthest I have driven with solo was 2,400 miles. Took like 28 hours. That's just a lot, dude. It's just a lot. Luckily, I'm not going to be solo, but still, I think it's going to be really hard. I think it's going to be a fun thing. Like, I think it's going to be one of those things where I look back on it in, like, in a year, I'm going to look back on it and be like, that was such a fun thing. But it's going to be a lot. It's going to be, like, a lot, a lot. Have you been to Buc-ee's? I have been to Buc-ee's, in fact. Where he went. But I have a little Buc-ee here somewhere. Hold on. Look at my little Buc-ee chat. I got a little Buc-ee. Hold on. Here's a little Buc-ee. Look at this little Buc-ee. Look at him. Keep him next to my. Oh my God, chat. Look at Prince is giving Bucky a hug. He's giving Bucky a hug. That's adorable. I love that. Does he have a name? Yeah, it's Bucky. Of course, it's Bucky. Did it without sleep too. She will live about 20 minutes from Bucky next year. Yes. Whenever they open whichever Bucky's. I mean, there's a couple, but I don't live that far. I live like probably an hour and a half from the closest Bucky's. That I got that Bucky's from a Bucky's in Georgia though. I've never been to Florida Bucky's. I've only been to Georgia Bucky's. Thank you, W1800 for the follow. Thank you so much. I'm angry my friends drive down to visit and they forgot to get me a Bucky's plushie. Lol. Texas Bucky's is the OG. Yeah, I know. Well, Bucky's is like Bucky's is its own thing. Bucky's is like its own experience. I think my favorite gas station is still Casey's, and that might be just my like Midwestern part coming out. But the thing is, like, Wawa's great. I love Wawa. I love Bucky's. I love like all of that shit. The problem with all those places is they don't have pizza as good as Casey's. Casey's legitimately is my favorite pizza I've ever had in my life, and it's gas station pizza. You'd never guess, but like I literally would rather have Casey's pizza than any other pizza. Dude, I fucking bashed my knee on this corner earlier and it hurts so much, chat. It hurts so fucking much. It's gonna bruise so badly. I'm gonna have like a bruise on my knee during Burning Man. It's gonna suck. I'm gonna have this big ass bruise on my knee, dude. You can even see the mark. Oh, it hurts so much. Wawa's awesome. I know, I love Wawa. I love Wawa. Wawa's probably my second, right? I love Wawa. And Wawa has some pretty decent food. But Wawa's pizza, not nearly on the same level as Casey's. And Casey's, dude, they have taco pizza. If you're ever driving through the Midwest, right? You just find yourself driving through the Midwest. And this is one thing that going on I-80 would give us, chat. If we go through I-80, that means I can get both Taco John's and Casey's. But if you're ever driving through the Midwest, go to Casey's, get their pizza. It's amazing. And if you can, get their taco pizza. Holy fuck, dude. Casey's I don't like taco pizza from other people. Get Northern Lights taco pizza, it's trash. It tastes like shit. But fucking Casey's taco pizza, oh my god, it is the best taco pizza it's the best pizza I've ever had. It's my favorite pizza. Casey's taco pizza is my favorite pizza. Oh my god, my knee hurts so bad. I hope I didn't like break my kneecap. I feel like I broke it. Like it's hurt so bad. Casey's taco pizza fucking rocks, dude. It does. It's so good. Man, it's like if you're not from the Midwest, you just don't know that ball knowledge, I guess. But if you're from the Midwest, you know. You know ball. You know that like unironically the Midwest does pizza better than anybody else. Fuck New York. The Midwest will make you the best pizza you've ever had. It'll be at a gas station. Yeah, I think they actually opened up they're opening up a Casey's in Florida, if I'm not mistaken. It's just still really far away from me. Like if I go to Casey's, IYKYK. I you know. I don't know what that's. I don't know what that means. Oh my god, my knee hurts. Oh holy shit. Oh my god, it hurts so bad. I really hope I didn't break my kneecap. If you break your kneecap, you don't have to put it in a brace or anything, right? You just have to let it heal, right? If you know, you know. Oh, right. No results found for Florida. Damn. Casey's in Florida. Oh, see, they have a couple Casey's in Florida now. Look at this chat. They're all exclusively in the Panhandle, but they are here. If I open this up on Google Maps, is this gonna like? Do you think that I could get? It is a Casey's General Store. It doesn't say it's a Casey's General Store, right? Like it doesn't. It says it's this Cefco, right? But do you think that since then, since May 2025, they converted it into a Casey's, and I could get my Casey's pizza at Cefco? What the fuck are these reviews? It's still a Cefco, but inside it's like Casey's-ified. Can I get pizza at this? The question is, can I get fucking pizza at this goddamn Casey's? No roller dogs. I love watching. This place is absurd. 1 star. No roller dogs. I love watching them roll. It was magical and they took it away. Holy shit. Oh my god. That's hilarious. It looks like it's fucking there though. It's like it's there. I wonder if I can get my pizza. Can I get a taco pizza at this Casey's? Chat, maybe after I go to Burning Man and after I like get home and I have some time to like recuperate, maybe I'll do like the first like road trip on the motorcycle will be going up to the Panhandle to get some Casey's. The Portnoy is ridiculous. Try a different angle in the street view. I think it's just a really recent change. I don't think they've updated the outside of the building yet. I mean, because that street view was from May, so it wasn't. That's only a couple months old. That street view. I think Tampa's gonna get one next if I recall. Wait, really? Okay. Let me look at this. Is Casey's coming to Tampa, Florida? Click Orlando. Move over, Bucky's and Wawa. Casey's stores are coming to Florida. Let's see here. In release this summer, company officially announced that Casey's had acquired Fikes Wholesale and Cefco convenience stores, which all allowed Casey's to bring 148 stores to Texas and 50 stores to the southern states of Alabama, Florida, and Mississippi. It doesn't say. Though Casey's General Store is not expanding to Tampa, their current Florida expansion is limited to rebranding former Cefco location stores, specifically in the Northwest Florida Panhandle, such as Escamba, Santa Rosa, and hundreds of miles away from Tampa. Yeah, so I mean, they're just taking over the Cefcos, right? So if there's ever a Cefco in Florida, that's where they are. But I guess the problem is that they're not building new stores, and there were no Cefcos like outside of the Panhandle, so I guess they're just all gonna be in the Panhandle unless they get successful. The thing is, if they actually get like success in those stores and like those old Cefco locations actually like do good as Casey's locations, then Casey's might expand further into Florida. It's possible. It's very possible. Casey's is like underrated. Casey's is like super big in terms of like gas stations. They're one of the top players. I made someone cry at work unintentionally because he was happy and scared. I wasn't crushed. That threw by surprise because he wasn't family member. I knew no one in chat would cry. Because he was happy and scared. I wasn't crushed. Wait, what? I'm so confused. I can't throw a dead skunk around here without hitting a Casey's store. Really? So wait, Trey Racing, you live near Casey's. Have you had the taco pizza? Have you had the taco pizza, Trey Racing? Because my god, if you haven't, you have got to try it. I'm not sponsored by Casey's, by the way. Dude, Casey's should sponsor me. Fuck, dude. I should make like a I should hit up Casey's corporate and be like, hey, I've got this video that I want to do of me driving up to the Panhandle to try some Casey's pizza in Florida. Haven't tried it yet? Dude, I would. I would. Get yourself some Casey's taco pizza, man. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. It's so fucking good. Dude, my knee hurts so much right now. I hope I actually didn't break it. Try the breakfast pizza. It's amazing. Well, actually, I'm pretty sure, like, Casey's invented breakfast pizza. I'm pretty sure it was either Casey's or some other Iowa chain. But literally, like, it was, like, Casey's that actually, like, made breakfast pizza a fucking thing. So, you want the OG, go to Casey's. It was when the ceiling did, you forget? Oh, when the ceiling fell. Well, that happened like a month ago, didn't it, Medical? Why is there no more pizza tacos? Pizza tacos? Listen, I don't usually like taco pizza. Like, generally speaking, every taco pizza I've tried that's not Casey's is always just like, it tastes like you put a taco on a pizza, and it's not good. I want the flavors to fuse into something new and interesting. But when you just have like, oh, it's like a pizza, but it tastes like a taco, it's just like, I'd rather just have a taco at that point, right? I'd rather just have a fucking taco. Like, taco sauce doesn't really taste that good on like a pizza in my mind. However, Casey's taco pizza, they're like, Casey's taco pizza is like really different. It's really weird. Instead of having like tomato sauce, they have like refried beans, and they have cheddar alongside the Monterey Jack cheese, or not Monterey Jack, the mozzarella. It has like mozzarella and sharp cheddar, and so you get this really like nice like sharp cheese with like the fucking like refried bean base. It tastes so good. And then you have like sausage, and you have like tomatoes, and you have like fucking Doritos sprinkled on top of that shit. Oh god damn it, I'm so hungry, chat. I need to get some pizza. I might go to Little Caesars after this, chat. I might go to Little Caesars. Number one, because I don't have any food here And number two, because I'm hankering for some pizza now. I'm really hankering for some pizza. If you ever make it to PA, Astra, I'll let you taste real great pizza, like what real great pizza tastes like. Maybe we'll see. I don't think I can top Casey's, but you know, whatever. Stop talking about Casey's and put some ice on your freaking knee. Well, it's not swollen yet. I can see the bruise forming though. My only thing is I just don't want it to be bruised while I'm at Burning Man. See, look at that, dude. Look at that fucking just pop right there, dude. Oh my god. This is why we have kneecaps, though. It served its purpose, chat. To be fair, it did serve the purpose that it was designed, you know, evolutionarily to do, right? Some people say you don't need kneecaps anymore, that they're biologically useless, but I am a case example of why that's not true. Casey's General Store began experimenting with local convenience store breakfast pizza in Corning, Iowa in 1984 before a massive corporation rollout in September 2001. What a month! What a coincidence that that would happen in that month of that year. So it was Casey's. So yeah, Casey's invented breakfast pizza, dude. I'm pretty sure Casey's also like perfected. I don't know if they invented taco pizza, but they perfected it, dude. It's so good. You can even I've even seen like Casey's like taco pizza chips. It's like it's a thing. If you're from the Midwest, you know. You know if you know, you know. Okay, just put some fucking ice in your knee already. I don't have ice, okay? You want me to put ice on? I don't have ice. I do have ice. You know what, chat? Fine. You know what? I'll go get some ice. Ice. Oh my god. Oh fuck, dude. Oh, damn. So looking for campers? We got a camper. We're not looking for campers. Oh, look at this though. Just got missed the stream. Is Astra flying instead of driving? Yes. Yes, I am flying. I did buy the tickets. Thanks to you, Savvy Fair. Okay, now this thing is actually sick as fuck. What am I looking at? What am I looking at right now? It's still got a rear engine. Oh my god. What's even in the front? Is this an automatic? Holy shit, dude. This is actually pretty crazy. I kind of like that. I like that a lot. It looks so fucking weird. Can you imagine 35 horsepower driving that entire thing? Yeah, dude. An air-cooled 35 horsepower. A crisp 35 air-cooled horses. This thing's awesome, though. I don't... This thing is awesome. I like how the towing hitch, which is most likely what's going to be used to, you know, move this thing, just completely blocks your vision, too. Running out. I'm running away from your stream for about 15 minutes. Can I get a guess on where I'm going? To the bathroom to jerk off. Am I wrong? Oh, are you going to Casey's? These are 35 of God's own horses. Jorkin. Hey, yo. Casey. So you're going to Casey's bathroom to jerk off and then get taco pizza, huh? I see how it is. These horny Illinoisans. Dude, my knee hurts so bad. I actually like hope I didn't fuck up my knee with that. Like I it hurts like so bad. It hurts to like bend. I do have the ice on it though, at least. I don't, it's not really helping it feel better, but it's probably helping the swelling not happen. They finesse themselves while watching hot dog rollers. Dude, that review is so fucking funny. 1 star. They got rid of the hot dog rollers. I love watching the hot dogs roll. It's magical, and they got rid of it. 1 star. Imagine like being so upset that they got rid of hot dog rollers that you go and fucking write a 1 star review. How dare these fuckers get rid of I could go across the street to the 7-Eleven to get my hot dog rollers, but you know what? I gotta make sure these motherfuckers know. Astra a bad influence on our innocent and impressionable viewers. Hope your knee feels better. I hope so too. If it starts to turn blue, then I've got like a problem. But it's my kneecap, so it should be okay. Wonder why it's listed for only 5K. What is it? For what it is? What is this? Oh, it's a 2007 Mustang. This is the year I wouldn't want anyway. It looks nice, but again, if this is a manual, it has that same hydraulic clutch that the Ford Ranger has. Ooh, this is nice. It is nice on here. This is very nice. I bet you this is 5 down for this. For as nice as this is, I bet this is 5 down. I bet this is like $1,500 at least. Scott Dre. Title 150 miles on it. Runs perfect. Set the keys. V6, 5-speed manual, new battery, no smoker vehicle. 138 miles. What is this really only 5,000 miles he's asking for that? $5,000 he's asking for this? I mean, for $5,000, this is kind of a steal. This is like a nice car. It's like genuinely a nice. Oh, I guess there's a little bit of damage on the skirt, but this is genuinely a nice car for 5 grand. Like, I actually really like this for 5 grand. Again, I don't think I would buy it just because I hate the weird clutch that they used on these cars, but like, it's a pretty nice deal. I mean, that's kind of a deal, chat. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of a deal right there. Kind of an actual deal. And do you want a knitted shiesty? Handmade, knitted with love shiesty. Oh, it's a collider. No one is innocent nor impressionable if they are watching Astra. You saying my viewers are degenerates, chat? You saying my viewers are morally corrupt? The hydraulic clutch isn't hard to deal with. S97s are better cars than new Edges. You think? The clutches are annoying. Like, so wait, if am I wrong? I might be wrong about this, but for my, okay, so I had a Ford Ranger, like a 2003 Ford Ranger, that was a manual that I had, and it had this clutch that basically, instead of having a normal master cylinder and slave cylinder, it had the master cylinder built into like the brake cylinder, brake master cylinder. So like the brake master cylinder and the clutch cylinder were like the same thing. They like shared a reservoir, but they had this the slave cylinder was the problem, because the slave cylinder, instead of just being a small little simple slave cylinder that's mounted on the outside of the transmission, because like most of the time, like on my RX-7 I have this exact setup, right? It has, and this is the slave cylinder has gone out on my RX-7 before, but literally like the slave cylinder itself is like $14, and it's 2 bolts to like take it off and put the new one on. It's super easy. It's super like simple. It takes like 15 minutes. It's fine. But for the Ford Ranger, the slave cylinder literally goes around the input shaft of the transmission. So in order to replace the slave cylinder, you have to take the entire transmission out, which is like, why? And then because it's a more complicated part than just a normal slave cylinder, it goes bad like all the time. So I don't know. I can't deal with. I replaced one of those motherfuckers. Is that the same? Is that the same system that they have on that generation of Mustang? Because I know the generation before that had the clutch cable, which I'd much rather have a clutch cable or a cable clutch. Yes, the S90 197 had a clutch and shared brake with the brake fluid. What the fuck? I just don't understand why, though. I just don't understand why. And it's just like, that's why specifically I want an '04 Mustang, so I don't have to deal with that. That's my favorite gen Mustang. If that's how it really is, then fuck that, dude. It's so bad. Like, I don't know what the Ford engineers were thinking when they tried that, but generally speaking, the rule of thumb that I've kind of come to understand as true in terms of car manufacturers is that Ford will, generally speaking, be more reliable, but they are much more annoying to fix. Like, they're harder to work on, but they don't break as much. Chevys are easy to work on, but they break way more. So, I don't know. Okay, now this is fucking cool, though. Oh my god, there's like 4 of them. This is really cool, chat, and I really want this. This is like, they're $800 each, but dude, look at how cool this is. It's like literally like an, oh my god. This is like the ultimate driving sim setup, dude. It has like real pedals. Like it's actually supposed to be like a simulator. Like it's got real pedals. I love this. I want this so bad. What? That's super cool. I don't know if I'm 100% correct on that info, but I think that's what I'm reading at, how it works. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it would be worth it. Like, again, that Mustang was $5,000. That's not a bad deal for that. I almost wonder if it's worth it just because of that's a pretty decent deal. But again, like, if I could find a V6, the generation before that, like the 2000, like 2000 to 2004 generation Mustang, I get one of those and I get one of those in a V6, that's, I think, the best move for me. The S9, the SN95, yeah. It's like something Hank Hill would own. The internal throughout bearing is better system than a slave cylinder. You replace the throughout bearing when you do the clutch. Just don't use Chinesium for part store. Yeah, but what happens when it goes bad? Like, the problem is, like, I had one go bad. Like, I didn't need a clutch. I didn't need to take my transmission out on that Ranger, but then my fucking clutch went out because my slave cylinder broke. My original OEM slave cylinder went bad at 150,000 miles or something, whatever I had on that. I think I only had like 100. That truck had like 130,000 miles or something. And then the slave cylinder went bad. And it was just such an annoying thing to have to like, and I had to like, bleeding the cylinder was a problem. It was just such a, like, an annoying thing to deal with. To have to take out the transmission, to put the new one in, to bench bleed it, to do the whole thing. It's a whole huge ass thing. Is it throwout bearing? Like, is it really a better design than a normal slave cylinder? Like, is it really? Like, does it last longer? Because I don't know, man. I don't know. I've had to replace the slave cylinder on I've had to replace the master cylinder on the BMW. I replaced the master cylinder on the BMW, but that was like so much easier. Like, I'd rather fucking do that job on a BMW, and that's when shit is fucked. I wasn't replaced when the last person did the clutch. I don't think that clutch had been replaced at that point. I think it was the original clutch. Which I guess you could say that the clutch needed to be replaced at 130,000 miles anyway. That's a fair point. It probably needed to be replaced anyway. I guess that's a fair point. Still, I think having to take the transmission out as like a general maintenance thing is just kind of annoying. And it's like, I know for any manual transmission you have to do that anyway, just because obviously to replace the clutch you have to take the transmission out, but it's just annoying. It's just fucking annoying. And it's like, if I bought that Mustang and then the slave cylinder went out, I'd be so fucking pissed. I'd be so pissed. And I also just think that the newer the car, as a rule of thumb, like, the newer the car, the more annoying it is to work on. The more electronics it has, the more complicated it is, the more shit it has to break. I do like that Mustang. The SN 190, whatever the fuck it is. I do like that. But I think that when if I get into the car chat, I'm gonna be looking for an SN 95. That's what I'm looking for. Whenever I get into the car market, which will probably be sometime next year, hopefully, I think that's what I'm gonna go for is an SN 95. The Chinesium. What happens if it was replaced before and the guy who replaced it put Chinesium in it? I mean, it's just like there's it just seems like such an oversight to make that part like that. Like what advantages does it have? Like over just a normal slave cylinder? This ice is pretty good. It does feel pretty good on my knee, I gotta lie. I ain't gonna lie, chat. This is pretty nice. This is pretty nice. What about an LS swap? I mean, an LS swap on a Mustang is just like boring. You're not even replacing like a. You're not even putting something more interesting in it. If I'm gonna V8 swap a Mustang, I'm gonna put a Hemi in it. It's the only thing I'd ever like swap. Because I think LS engines are just boring. Maybe it's easier to fully change the fluid in the MT if you can extract it from the brake reservoir. No. You're not going to change the fluid. If you're going to change the fluid in the brake, I'm pretty sure because it uses the same reservoir, if you want to do a fluid flush on the clutch, you have to do an entire brake flush. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. Because they share the same reservoir, it's the same fluid technically in the system. Instead of having instead of having two separate hydraulic systems that operate independently of each other, they're combined. And so one hydraulic system does both and it operates with both pedals. So if you're going to replace the fluid in one, you got to do it on the other. The Chinese keep the good parts for themselves. Yeah, all the Chinese are like, yeah, we're gonna keep all these the good master cylinders and good slave cylinders so that our Ford Rangers will be good, but the American Ford Rangers will be bad. Because they do drive a lot of 2003 Ford Rangers in China. I don't think that's. I don't think they do, Chad. I think they drive a lot of Chinese cars in China because they're way cheaper. Timu is the Chinese version of Gaystra. Kind of. Slave cylinder has to move a clutch fork to engage the throwout bearing. Internal is the throwout bearing. The slave cylinder has to move a fork to engage the throwout bearing. Internal is the throwout bearing. Yeah, but what benefit does that have? Because you're doing the same thing, right? Like if you have a normal slave cylinder where basically, for those who don't know, a normal slave cylinder, basically the way it works is it sits on, it's just a little plunger. So when you push in the clutch, it pushes a piston out. And basically that interfaces to a lever that's sitting on the transmission that sticks out of the transmission. And so when you push that lever in, it pushes that lever on the transmission and it engages the throwout bearing, and that's what disengages the clutch. On the way that the Ford one works, the whole slave cylinder is inside the bell housing, around the input shaft. So instead of having the slave cylinder act on a lever that pushes out the throwout bearing, the slave cylinder itself directly acts on the throwout bearing. And so it's like the slave cylinder is kind of doing double duty as the slave cylinder and as the lever that pushes the throwout bearing. I just don't understand what advantages that has over having the standard style where it's just having a slave cylinder mounted on the outside of the bell housing that pushes on a lever that goes inside the bell housing. I don't understand what like the benefit to that doing that is. Astra, you are Timu Pokimane. Damn, that's fucked up. Don't call me Timu Pokimane. That's so rude. You ever seen the angles a clutch fork sits at the slave cylinder? It has to follow that arc. That's the reason why they always start to leak. It has to follow that arc the clutch fork sits at? Well, it has to follow that arc. Yeah, but it doesn't. I'm just trying to compare this to what I know. Like the first thing that pops into my head is my RX-7, right? And the RX-7, it works exactly like that. It has a little lever with a little hole dimple in it that interfaces with this little tiny plunger, right? So basically, the clutch cylinder is just a little tiny hydraulic circuit where they have the pedal, which you have the reservoir, and you have this little line, this hydraulic line that goes to this little tiny plunger thing. And when you push in the clutch, it's like a dick. It gets hard and it like extends out, right? Like it's literally like a it's like a dick, right? You press on it, it gets hard, it fucking extends and it pushes because the lever is sticking out of the transmission. There's a little dimple and it pushes on that lever, right? So I guess if you're saying that because it pushes on that lever, the forces aren't like it's not getting like an even force. It's getting kind of like pulled down a little bit as it's pushing in because of the lever. Maybe, but like honestly, like even if it causes it, I'd rather replace a slave cylinder on an RX-7 like every 10,000 miles than have to replace the slave cylinder every 100,000 miles that's around the input shaft. Because again, it's like $14 to replace the slave cylinder on the RX-7, and it's like 15 minutes. 2 bolts, you're done. Like it's super easy. It's super not time consuming. It's super cheap, super easy. It doesn't take a lot of time. It's just nice. It's easy. But when you have it around the input shaft, I guess the idea is that it's interfacing directly on the throwout bearing, so you're not like if you have a lever, right? This is your slave cylinder and it's pushing in. I guess there are technically like lateral forces that are pushing it because it's doing this and not this. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I think that it's fine. Like I don't think you need it. I don't think you need to engineer this overly complicated piece of shit slave cylinder that is hard to work on, hard to replace, hard to bleed. What it's just I don't understand what the point is. $14 not anymore. Check this shit out myself. How much is it? R 1983 Mazda RX-7 FB slave cylinder. $34. $34, chat. It's what it is. Okay, I don't want that. This is what it is, chat. This is all it is literally you just take the fucking line out of here. You stick the you stick the old hydraulic hose into this line. You bleed it. It's super easy to fucking bleed because it's like a tiny system. There's not like 4 splintered things that it has to go to. It's just one. It's super easy to bleed. You just stick this on the 2 bolts to the fucking transmission housing, and it's so easy. It's so easy. $34 fucking dollars, dude. $34. That's it. That's all it is. Now let me look up 2003 Ford Ranger slave cylinder. How much does this cost, I wonder? How much does this cost? It's actually not that much. It's $56. So it's $56 for the cheap Chinese version. If you want to not get the cheap Chinese version, you're probably going to end up spending like over $100, which is fair, right? But you have to buy this, and you can see, chat, that it goes around the input shaft. So instead of it's just like this way more complicated part. It's way more complicated. It's way harder to bleed. I just don't. It's more expensive. I just don't see the advantage. Like, what is the advantage here? Is like the idea that you're worried that you're gonna ruin the throwout bearing by using the other style of clutch and that you're getting more life out of the throwout bearing? Because I don't think that's true. I don't. What is the point? What is the point of it? I don't get it. She just loves to say it's alive. Are you talking about a Ranger? Well, that was for the Ranger. Like the Ranger I had that slave cylinder, right? But the RX-7 that I have has the other style slave cylinder, right? For my RX-7, if I needed to replace the slave cylinder on my RX-7, it's a $34 part and about 15 minutes of labor, right? 15 minutes and 2 seconds. Like it's just like it's so easy, right? And then for the Ranger though, it's $50 plus you have to take the entire ass transmission out. Is the slave cylinder in the room right now? Oh, clearly craving something. I'm craving something, chat. Craving some fucking pizza is what I'm craving. God damn it. Craving some goddamn pizza. Fanboy mechanic craving pizza. Exactly. Exactly. I am thinking about going to Little Caesars after this, though, chat. I am thinking I want to go to Little Caesars. I'm thinking that's the play. Because for $5, I can get basically 2 days worth of food. Pizza with spicy meatballs? Hot and ready? Exactly. I got it now, but I did a Ranger a couple weeks ago with a slave cylinder. It was over $100 for the slave cylinder. I think that's because you probably bought an. Did you buy an OEM slave cylinder, GT? Because the OEM is definitely more expensive. Hello, hello, fuck. Mm-hmm. Okay. Out of all of their options, yeah. I mean, it's just like you're probably gonna be better off with the more expensive one, but still, because it's just annoying. Like if you're gonna do the clutch and the slave cylinder at the same time, it's not that much more of a pain in the ass. The biggest issue is you do have to bench bleed the whole system, which is really annoying. And it's just really a pain in the ass. You can't bleed it while it's on the system, and it's just like it's just a pain, right, chat? And so I don't know. I did that once. I did that job once, and it was miserable, and I don't have any desire to do it again. That's all I'm saying, chat. That's all I'm saying. Have you ever made a sandwich with 2 pizza slices? I mean, you kind of do that when you eat it in New York slice. It depends on the slice of pizza, because like sometimes I just like if I've got a really big floppy piece of pizza, I eat it New York style, where I'll kind of fold the pizza with my hands and kind of eat it like a sandwich. It is a good way of doing it. Sometimes when I'm like really lazy, I'll just like take a I'll take like so I don't do this anymore because I can't eat that much in one sitting, but I would take like a Red Baron pizza, I would cut it in half, I would cook it and I would cut it in half, and then I'd fold it in and make a calzone. My Casey's is out of pizza. Bullshit. I'm now at Chipotle. What did you say you common? What did you say is common to go to here? Damn, that's fucked, dude. That's actually so rough. They're out of pizza and you go to Casey's. It's so fucked. If you're asking for what I would get at Chipotle, I would get white rice, black beans, steak or chicken, with uh with cheese, like the shredded cheese, pico de gallo, maybe a little bit of hot sauce, maybe lettuce if you want it. The lettuce just kind of adds a nice crunch, but you don't have to get lettuce if you don't want. I don't usually get lettuce. And then you get yeah, it's mainly the salsa, and always get guac. If you're going to Chipotle, it's worth paying extra for the guacamole, because half the reason you go to Chipotle is just because of the guacamole anyway. So yeah, black beans, white rice, steak or chicken. You can get veggies too. The veggies are alright. And then yeah, and then pico, a little bit of hot sauce, some fucking guacamole, and then you're good. Just don't let that job scare you away from the S197. They really are better cars. Well, part of the reason why I would be scared away from an S, it's not just that job. You chat, you gotta understand. It's not just the fact that it's the slave cylinder that I would be worried about. It's just everything else in general. I think that if you're gonna compare the SN95 and versus the what is the other gen? I keep forgetting. The S197. If you the SN95 versus the S197, I bet you that the SN95 is just gonna be an easier, cheaper car to maintain. Like just in general, I think that like maybe the newer car is better in terms of performance, in terms of gas mileage, in terms of comfortable. I just highly doubt though that like the SN95 is gonna be. I'm pretty sure that the SN95 would be easier to work on, easier to source parts for, and easier and cheaper to maintain. Not that it would be better, like a better car, just in terms of specs, but you know, I don't know. And that $5,000 Mustang taco, that was really good. But again, I don't have $5,000 for a Mustang right now, so if I had $5,000 right now, maybe I would get it, just because it is a really good $5,000 for that car is really good. Actually, it's like a really good deal. But so maybe if it was a really good deal. I said 95, 1994 to 98. New Edge, 1999 to 2004. I said S197 is 2005 to 2014. Okay, so I want a New Edge one. I don't want an SN95. I want the New Edge Mustang. Is the New Edge Mustang also have the clutch cable, or did they switch to the hydraulic clutch in 1999? Because the 1999 to 2004, that's the one I really want. 6K if I lost the bet. So the RX-7 you can get 5K, 6K if I lost the bet. Yeah, but I don't really want to spend. I think I'd rather have an RX-7 than a Mustang. RX-7s are cool, man. Maybe not. I don't know. The problem is the RX-7 is not practical at all. So like, if I was smart, I would sell it because a Mustang is going to be infinitely more practical than an RX-7. But you know, clutch cable, yeah. So like, I think the new Edge Mustang is what I'm going for. I think that's the move. It's not so old. It's new. You know, like a 2004 Mustang with the clutch cable. I don't have to worry about doing that. I probably will have to take the transmission out to do the clutch at some point. So I don't think that the clutch cable is the deciding factor that would make me go with the new Edge over the S197. But I think more so, I think I'm gonna be. I think it's gonna be easier to find a new Edge Mustang in my price range, and I also think that like it's generally speaking just gonna be easier to maintain. I feel like, right? Am I wrong about that? I don't know. I'm not like I've never worked on the Mustang, so I don't know Mustangs as well. I feel like I'm not an expert on Mustangs, so maybe if there's Mustang experts in chat, let me know. Because 66 GT350 seems to know their shit a little bit, so I don't know. They seem to know their shit. Don't forget to play the Powerball. The jackpot is $1 billion today. I'm not, not. I might as well just throw money in the garbage at that point. I don't gamble. It's a burrito every week for 5 years. Yes, you are wrong because six cylinder in the 1999 to 2004 is better than the 2005 to 2010. The 2011 plus six cylinder is the best one. Uh, And I'm definitely not gonna get a 2011 plus six cylinder for under 5 grand, right? I don't think so. So I think that because of that, the new Edge 1999 to 2004 V6 manual transmission Mustang is exactly what I'm looking for. That's what I'm going for, chat. That's what I'm gonna. I think that's the play. I just saw one on here somewhere. Where'd it go? I had one opened. Oh yeah, here we go. Something like this. It's like it's a little high mileage. It's got 180,000 miles, but it's got cloth interior. It's white. It doesn't look bad. The brake light is on, which is a little unnerving, but like something like this, something exactly like this is what I'm looking for. Obviously, I'm not gonna be buying anything right now. But I think eventually, if I were to get once I buy another car, this is I think what I'm gonna be looking for. Better have posi track. Why did he put those gauges in there? Seems actually cool. RX-8 swap, 14,000 drivetrain. Well, you put a fucking RX-8 engine in there, bro? Oh, god damn it. You had me and then you lost me. Fucking RX-8 engine, dude. Get out of here with that shit. Get out of here, dude. This guy wants $3,000 for a Mustang with 250,000 miles? Okay, now this guy's delusional. This guy's actually delusional. And it's an automatic. Get the fuck out of here. Thank you, 66 GT350 for the subscription. Thank you so much. Found a 2013 V6 Mustang for only $1,000. Yeah, what's wrong with it? The rear end smashed in, salvage title sitting, doesn't run, doesn't have an engine. The whole front of the car is mangled. $3 towards pizza. Oh, thank you. 66 GT350. Everything wrong is worth it. Everything is wrong with it. Kings in the Middle Ages would have killed for a burrito or with guacamole. Dude, they would have. They didn't know. They didn't know, dude. They would have killed for it. Holy fuck. Yeah, this will be great. This I can fix it, chat. I can fix it. It's fucked. Is it a manual? It's automatic. It's not even manual, dude. It's automatic, bro. What are you linking me that shit for? I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. I'm getting too distracted, chat. I get way too distracted every time I look at Facebook. It's like I'll scroll down on Facebook and I just can't stop scrolling. I guess that's the point though, isn't it? Astra likes to use her hands to chat, yeah. She can fix your runs and drives. A suggestion in your DMs? Well, hold on, I don't have Discord open. Hold on. God damn it. The oligarch has her in her cold grip. Oh, chat. Oh, chat. Ugh. Get all my cars partially wrecked so you can get them really cheap. Yeah, but then don't you have to pay more for insurance on a salvage title? Has the knee? It still hurts, but feels a little bit better right now, I think. Whatever this website is, it does not like to load. Yeah, this one's still fucked, dude. It's still, like, fucked. I don't know if this is, like, usable. I don't think you're allowed to just drive around with, like, a fucked car. It's pretty bad. How much do they want for it? It's a bid, right? Yeah, the timed auction ends in 8 minutes, chat. Oh my god, we could bid right now. How much? What is the bid? The actual cash value is $6,000. How much do we? How much can we bid? I can't. It won't let me. I need to log in. Oh well. Guess that's not gonna happen, chat. I don't even know where it's at. Like, where is it? I'll bid $1 at the branch. Hawaii? What? Get this. You can get it for like 2K. Nah, dude. Nah. Stream put ice back on your knee. How do I keep staring at her tummy? I may need some Hail Marys after the stream. What, you're staring at the tummy? It's a pretty good tummy. Like standing up. Oh my god, dude. Like bending it, that hurts. Like this, that hurts. Oh, fuck. Ow. Ow. Damn. Alright, maybe more ice. Maybe more ice on this bitch. Shit hurts. Shit hurts. It's in Hawaii. Fuck that. Flatstra. Crocs. They're not Crocs. They're Birkenstocks. Hi, Moogie. Got it. Moogie. I saw something. No, you didn't. You saw something. You didn't see anything. The star has arrived. You didn't see anything. You didn't see anything, and you know it. Hold on, wait. Oh yeah, it's not that bad. No, you're freaking out. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine, Taco. Don't worry about it. Fine. You Cuddle Bear left? Damn, dude. That's fucked up. I've seen spots. Girl, what? What? I didn't. It wasn't that bad. You guys didn't see anything. You guys didn't even see anything. What color? Get the fuck out of here. Clipped? I saw it. No, you didn't. Look at this cat, though. Look how posted up she is. I love this little kitty cat. Hello, Moogie. Saw nothing. Okay, you can go if you want, Moogie. She wants her opinion to be known. Hold on, let me look. What it wasn't that bad. What? Let me look at this. Oh, okay, Moogie. Okay, Moogie. Okay. Hold on, let me look at this. Let me look at this. Yeah, no, I'm fine. Like, actually, that's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive. How nothing showed there. Absolutely nothing. It's kind of impressive, actually, chat. It's Moogie. She seems like such a happy kitty. I love my Moogie. I love my Moogie so much. I was just clipping Moogie. Gaslighting. Fuck, dude, I am like craving pizza right now. I don't know why, but I'm like craving pizza. I started craving pizza yesterday. I've just been craving it. I personally like your beige granny underpants. My beige ones? Do I have beige granny panties? I don't think I have beige granny panties. I have beige panties, but they're not really granny panties. I thought you trust Taco and just he was in homie if he saw something, maybe he did. Listen, listen. Just because he's a homie doesn't mean he doesn't have, doesn't mean there isn't visual flubs, you know. What are my favorite toppings? On pizza, I either like it because sometimes I really like a good pepperoni. Like I feel like when I go to Little Caesars later, I'll probably get pepperoni just because that's usually what they have. But my favorite is probably sausage. Like sausage and green peppers are like my best. Like that's my favorite type of pizza is sausage and green peppers. Bell peppers, right? That's like my favorite style of pizza. But pepperoni is also really good. I like pepperoni if it's done really well. But sometimes it kind of depends. It's like kind of just how I'm feeling. Sometimes I prefer one or the other, but most of the time I like sausage. So wait, saw what? I didn't see anything. See, that's exactly right, Taco. That's exactly now you're getting it. Now you're getting it, Taco. If you want to see the color of her panties, subscribe to the BP. Try the Webberoni pizza at Little Caesars and gives a feedback. A Webberoni? What the fuck is Webberoni pizza at Little Caesars? I'm gonna go to Little Caesars. I'm gonna get the hot and ready thing for $5. I'm not gonna spend more than $7, chat. It's a pretty good deal though. Everyone always talks shit about Little Caesars. I love Little Caesars, man. Second Derek it's amazing. Wait, is it? The Webberoni pizza. What is this? Let me look at this. You know what, though, chat? I did see that movie, the new Spider-Man. I thought it was good. I thought it was really good. I thought the new Spider-Man movie was actually, like, really good. Webberoni pizza. I mean, is this like a thing? Ew. Oh, so they like cut the pepperoni into like little strips. That's actually kind of clever. I kind of like that. Webberoni pizza. I wonder if they'll have that. I wonder if they'll have that because I would get that. That does look pretty good. You're gonna laugh. Someone uploaded a 4K recording on Twitter, and I watched the whole thing. Really? On Twitter? I saw it in the movies, and I feel like that's probably a better experience. But I don't know. I'm biased against the movies. I hate the movie theaters. I hate movie theaters. I think the best way to watch a movie is at home in the privacy of your own house. There's no reason to go to a fucking movie theater. I know people are like sad when they see movie theaters dying, but it's one of those things that needs to die. All right, like I do not like movie theaters. Going to movie theater is an easy way of downgrading your movie watching experience because it's always gonna be gross. The seats are always nasty. They never clean them like as well as you'd want. There's always some fucker who like gets up in the middle of the movie. Like we watched this movie and like 4 times the whole group behind us walked in file out of the movie theater like 3 times, just right in front of the screen, just like not running, not like being quick about it, just oh yeah, just casually waltzing out. This whole group of people is just gonna go fucking buy snacks or something in the middle of the movie, right? And that was, I would say, a relatively good experience comparative to the other experiences I've had at movie theaters. It's like dealing with other people is such a pain in the ass, and it's just like other people ruin movies. They fucking ruin them. People are so like inconsiderate that they just going to movies nowadays is just. I think it's a waste. I think it's a waste of time. I think it's a waste of money. I'd rather just wait until it's streaming and just watch it at home. But I did go see Spider-Man at the movies, and it was a good movie. It was a good movie. I just think that, like, generally speaking, if I really want to see a movie, I'm not gonna go to the movie theater. Watching a movie with your friends is cool. Yeah, but I'd rather like if I'm gonna watch a movie with my friends, like I'd rather have like I have a TV that's back there. It's like $300. That's like 70 inches, right? It's like $300. I bought that TV like a couple years ago, right? That's like not expensive for a TV, right? And I've had it for years and it's fine. I'd rather take a TV like that. I'd rather take that TV in a living room with like actual snacks and actual food that I've made at home. Couple brewskis. You can smoke weed. You can fucking drink beer. You can have chicken wings. Hang out with the boys. And then it's just you in the comfortable living room. The seats are going to be way more comfortable. The viewing experience is going to be better. If someone's being loud and annoying, you can tell them to shut the fuck up because it's your friend, right? And it's like, my God. Oh my God, dude. I just can't do movie theaters. It's so much better to watch movies at home. Just watch movies at home. Get a big fucking screen TV for $300 and then just watch shit at home because it's so much better. I'd rather have people just come over to my house and just have a party. Did you see Odysseus yet? I'm probably not gonna watch Odysseus. I've seen enough like spoilers to the point where I kind of understand how the movie is. My opinion on Odysseus is that it's probably a good movie. It's probably well written. I'm pretty sure Christopher Nolan did a good job with it. It seems like people like it. Christopher Nolan is a very good director and he makes good movies. I'm not gonna watch it because historically it pisses me off. It's like a fictional story, I get it, but like it's also I'm sort of okay with, modernizing and reinterpreting a fictional story because it is just a story, but like it's things like the fact that there are life-sized real replicas of Greek warships that they would have used in the Odyssey, right? When the Odyssey was originally written and they were talking about being on a boat, they were imagining themselves on a boat like this, right, chat? They were imagining themselves on like a ancient Greek boat. This is what they fucking would be riding on, right? Something like this. Like, this is cool. But this is, like, what Odysseus would have been, like, on if he was, like, in the actual story, right? This is what the Greeks actually would have fucking been on. It would have looked something like this, right? And there are real ships that exist, right? Like, this is a real fucking boat right here. This exists. They could have gotten this boat and used this boat and it would have been cool. It would have been like historic. It would have been like, it would have matched the story better. It would have been cooler. But instead, they used a Viking ship. They used a Viking replica ship, instead of a real Greek replica ship. So in the movie, when they're on the boat, they're on a Viking boat. And it's just it for me, that's one of those things where I'm just like autistic enough where it's like I can't get it's because I know that. I can't unknow that. And I can't watch that without thinking they're on a Viking boat. That doesn't make any sense. This is dumb. Plus, they took parts of the story out. They made parts of the story not as interesting. They kind of I think I think movies are, and this might be a hot take, chat, but I think movies are a bad format. I don't like movies. I much prefer long format series like Breaking Bad, because I think when you do a movie, you have to rush it so much and you can't get a good story in. Because the original Odysseus was like, they cut out content and parts of the original like Odysseus story to, or the original Odyssey to like make it fit into a movie. And it's like they fucked with like the Cyclops isn't the same. It's just like historically speaking, it's not great. It's just not great. If you're really big into history and big into like Greek history, that is you're not going to be great. It's not super. It is true and through a fictional story and a modern rendition of a fictional story at that. So if you're okay with that and you're okay with suspending disbelief for a bit, you'd probably be a good movie. But I can't. I'm just that kind of fucking person. Where soon, that's why I can't watch Apocalypto. That's why I can't watch fucking Braveheart. It's because these movies fucking suck, and I can't handle when they're just like take the piss out of historical inaccuracies. Waiting for it to come stream, but holy fuck, the clips of Elliot Page scene are hilarious. I haven't seen it. I don't know. Elliot Page is, I don't know. Elliot Page is wild. I'm gonna watch Super Trooper 3 this weekend, and hopefully that is better than part 2. I only saw the first Super Troopers. Was the second one any good? I do want to watch the third Super Troopers. I only know that's coming out because I saw the poster for it in the movie theater. You're saying you want to have a party at your place? Yeah, with like 4 people, like a house party with your good friends. Like if you've got like 4 or 5 friends and you just have them all over for a buddy's like hangout night, it's different than like a house party, but it's also like you're just the boys hanging out and watching a movie. That's fine. I'd much rather do that than fucking go to a movie theater, pay money to go sit in a gross, disgusting movie theater with a bunch of other people I don't know and that are annoying to me, and that I have to spend like an exorbitant amount of money for anything at any amount of food, and it's just like, bro. Since they were shrimpy soldier, they left me. Oh, that is kind of a spoiler. That is kind of a spoiler, Savvy. I mean, it's in the first 30 seconds of the movie, not really a spoiler. Okay, well, whatever. You missed my fit check? Oh shit, I'm sorry. I'll do it. Thank you for reminding me. Chat party at Astra's house? Probably not. Probably not. That was bad. Fucking lol. What? What was bad? Her favorite. What are you talking about? What the fuck are you guys talking about? I feel like she does this shit on purpose now. What are you talking about, bro? What are you fucking talking about? You didn't see anything, dude. First of all, this skirt is really short. Okay, so give me a break. Number one. First, jot that down. But like, come on, give me a break. It's not easy. BYOB. Bring your own booze. Yeah, I mean that is, yeah, exactly. Dog just streaming on Kick at this point. What do you mean? I'm not. I didn't do anything. What's wrong? What do you mean just stream on Kick? Okay, that was pretty bad. I do have to admit that one was that was worse than what I thought initially. That was worse than what I thought. That was not what. Okay, you know what? I'll give you guys that one. That one was a little bit worse than what I thought, but it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. People in chat must be smoking something today. Astra's 100% innocent and pure. Don't blame her for impure thoughts. Exactly. Thank you, Trey Racing. Thank you. Trey Racing is an OG. Trey Racing knows. Trey Racing knows ball. They are giving blue. Honestly, what? They're giving what's blue? Oh yeah, that skirt is not fucking. This is not my friend. This skirt. Skirt is not my friend. Just in chat. Asher doesn't wear underwear. Exactly. Exactly. Right, Moogie. Commando Stro. She really is waifu material. Thought the stream froze for a second. Oh shit! I gotta go turn on the AC. It's like hot as fuck in here. Okay. Oh my goodness! A huge thank you at Astra for Chipotle choice. That was fucking awesome. Hell yeah! Glad you liked it. I've got that insider knowledge on the Chipotle, dude. You don't even know. We haven't had a cooking stream for a while. I know. I want to do a cooking stream. Right now, chat, my gas is not working. I do not have a stove at the moment, so I can't do a cooking stream right now. Um, I can't even use my stove right now because there's a gas leak apparently underneath my house somewhere, and so I can't use my gas. So I'm kind of fucked on that one. But as soon as I have gas back, I might try to do a cooking stream. I want to do another chicken wing cooking stream because I haven't done a chicken wing cooking stream in a while. I've really upped my chicken wing game since then, so I'd really like to try and like do another cooking chicken wing cooking stream, just like a classic. You know what I mean? They came to look at it. Yeah, they came to look at it, and basically they said it's not leaking out of my like it's not leaking into my house. It's not leaking out of the stove itself or in the house. It's under basically the way it works is that outside of my house there's a propane tank and then there's a copper wire that goes from the outside of my house all the way to my stove. And somewhere along the line, that line is leaking, and the guy even said he could smell it from outside. So it's leaking somewhere, and I really don't want to fill the underside of my house with gas and have my fucking shit explode. So, I'm gonna have to have that fixed before I can actually use my stove again. So, yeah, I just get a hot plate. They're only like 15 bucks. I mean, I guess I could get a hot plate, but that's not really something I wouldn't want to cook chicken wings on a hot plate. You need like easier temperature. You need better temperature control to deep fry shit. Astra has to use the last green method of cooking. She'd cook over mine coal if possible. Yeah, I missed anything last stream chat. I have friends visiting me for 2 weeks or so. I'm gonna miss streams here and there for a few. Well, I'm about to go to Burning Man, so after like in a week and a half, there's like a week and a half of streams, and then there's gonna be like a whole 2 or 2.5 weeks of no streams. It's gonna be awful, chat. Like, electric is not better than gas. You can shut up, Disco. That's factually incorrect. Usually it's the regulator. He used like soap and stuff to like spray down like the actual place where I have it hooked up on, like, because I installed a gauge and I installed the shit on the regulator, and so I had it hooked up to the gas tank. So I thought maybe it was something I did, But he was spraying like all over the regulator and all over where it connects to the actual propane tank, and it wasn't leaking out of there. So it's probably somewhere down in the line. And realistically, the way it's old, it's not to code, it's kind of dangerous. Realistically, it'd be better just to have it redone to code. You know what's under your Astra's house? A dude who is LS swapped an RX-7 rested in a pistol. What? Don't you make your air wings in the air fryer anyway? I do half of it in the air fryer. I do I cook them for like 8 minutes on the air fryer just to get them kind of dry, and I cook them to about 110 120 degrees in the air fryer, and that allows me to do like a really quick crisp fry. So then I'll cook them for like 3 or 4 minutes in the deep fryer, and that way they have this really like nice deep fried texture, but it's not too much. It's not like they're burnt. It's not so crispy that it's hard. It's not crunchy, but it's got that, it's got a lot of texture and a lot of really good like deep fried texture, but it's not, oh, so, because if you just go straight into the deep fryer and you cook them exclusively in the deep fryer, then basically what ends up happening is that the chicken wings themselves will like, you'll overcook the exterior and then you'll undercook the interior. But by air frying them first, you get kind of like, you get the inside cooked to a really nice temperature, so that once you actually get them up to temperature in the deep fryer, they're like super perfectly juicy, but also really nice, and like the outside is really nice and like crisped up, and it's like, it's fucking good, chat. It's the best way to cook chicken wings. It is. The only thing I'd rather do than air fryer them is smoke them. If I could smoke them to like 120 degrees and then deep fry them, that'd probably be the best. But I don't have a smoker, so. Straits of Astra are closed. You're crazy if you think electric is better for cooking than gas. Yeah, electric sucks, dude. I hate electric. We need to let a strategic Astra stream reserved to see us through this coming crisis. You know what, chat? Maybe what I'll do is I'll record a stream. I'll record a stream by myself, like not live, and I'll run it as a rerun at some point during the week. I'll run, maybe I'll run reruns during the week or something. That might be a good idea. I don't know. Would that kind of suck to run reruns? I could run like old streams, dude. I could have a whole week where I just run my stream as like an old rerun stream. That'd be kind of crazy, huh? Best of. It'd be cool if I'm honest. That might be fun. That might be fun. You guys can have like nostalgia for like how she used to be back in the day. Maybe I'll set that up so that's a thing, and then maybe I'll record like another stream that's in like, that's just me, like new. That's like, I'll just record it and I'll like have the stream be just that recording. That'd be weird. I don't know how it will work. If I'm just sitting here talking to the camera by myself without chat, it'll just be like, yeah, so there's a story one time where like I did this thing, I'm just gonna have to like talk about, I don't even know what the fuck I'll talk about, dude. Hot tub stream. If gas is so good, why aren't you using gas powered air fryer, huh? Technically, I have a gas powered air fryer if you really want to get into it, because my oven has a convection mode and my oven is gas powered. So I haven't used it yet because I haven't cleaned it, but technically speaking, I do have a gas powered air fryer if you really want to get into this, technicality of it. You probably would do something sus if chat wasn't there. I don't know, maybe. Oh, hello, Boogie. She's so cute. She in her little ball. It is, but it's probably the most efficient for Asher's living situation. Why? Why would that be better for my living situation? Well, first of all, chat, I need to make it clear that number one, I can't actually have electricity where I live. Because the park I live in, the power grid in the park is not set up to have people running electric stoves. So I'm not actually allowed to have electric stoves here. If I tried, my landlord or the park manager would be like pissed at me. There's not, I think there's 240 volts here, but it's not the right amperage. Like you're not able to do I don't think that I can actually install an electric stove here. So I'm stuck with gas whether I want it or not. Which is good because I actually would fucking, even if I could, even if it was the most practical option, I still would not switch back to electric. I hate cooking with electric. I love cooking and I love cooking with gas and I don't care. I'd rather cook with gas than electric. I hate electric so much. Electric cooktops are the fucking bane of my existence and I hate them with a passion. So no, I'm not replacing my gas stove that I fucking love with a fucking piece of shit stovetop, and especially a glass top stove. Oh, I love it when it's just on and then off, and then on and then off, and that's how you know that's like it's hot. It's because the fucking burner just alternates on and off, and it's just oh my god, I hate electric stoves so much, dude. They're the worst. They are the worst. Do you usually find yourself using multiple pots at the same time? Depending on what I'm making, but I can, yeah. Really, I like gas just because it's consistent. The thing about gas is when you turn it on, it's consistent heat. You want low heat, you turn it to low. Low fire means low heat. On a gas stove, basically it works like it will go full power for a second and then it will shut off. And the only difference between like an 8 on the temperature meter and like a 2 is how long and how frequent the actual burner turns on and off. Otherwise, like even if you're having like super low temperature, you have it as low as possible, all it's going to do is go full blast for a second and then turn off. It's really hard to cook like perfect eggs when you don't have consistent temperature control. It's awful. No, I fucking love having gas, dude. I hate electric stoves. I fucking hate them. They're the worst, dude. Astra couldn't be any more different. I love automatic cars. I love glass cooktops. Well, you know what, dude? You're allowed to like what you like. I'm glad that you like those things because I don't. And you know what? Somebody's got to like them. Somebody's got to enjoy them. So as long as it's you and not me, then we're fucking good, dude. You go. If you like if you like electric tops and automatic cars, then more power to you, dude. Gas works if you don't have power too. This is true. You can just take a lighter to the. I mean, the piezoelectric thing won't work, but you just use a lighter. Inconsistent. Fucking what? What do you mean? Fucking what? Astra maturing before our eyes. Astra love having gas all natural, all natural. Electric works if you have no gas. Not if you don't have electricity. And plus, electric is more expensive than gas. Gas is cheaper. I only spend. It costs me like $34 to fill up my tank, and I only have to fill it up like twice a year. It's like $60 a year to run my stove. And it's like, you're not going to get that kind of cheap. You're going to spend like twice that on electric. Need to go light some flour. Hell yeah, dude. Fucking blaze it. Smoke them up, you got them. If you're gonna go hard on gas, if you're typically making multiple dishes at the same time, but if you're making one pot meals, maybe a single pot hot plate, it might be less of a headache. No, when I do cook things, I do. Like for my wings, for instance, I do usually use all of the burners, especially like if I'm cooking like burritos or something. I'm cooking like the chicken separately. Like I'll have a thing going for the beans that's cooking that. I'll have something going off for like the thing. I've used like all the four burners at once before, especially when I'm cooking something like chili. Because like if I'm cooking something like chili, I'll have the pot of chili going with onions, but I'll also have my cast iron that I'm cooking steak in to chop up into the chili later, and then I'll also have like several other things going. And if I want to make something that has more than just one part of the meal, like maybe I'm making mashed potatoes too, then I have to be boiling potatoes, and I also have to be cooking whatever I want, like while I'm making the other shit. But like specifically for like wings, I have the pot making the wings, right? Like I have the pot with the oil in it that I'm deep frying in, but I also have my stainless steel pan that I'm actually like sautéing the franks with. Because franks, in my opinion, when he comes out of the bottle, it's too runny. It's a little bit too runny. So what I do is I take my franks and I put a knob of butter in the pan and take my franks and I just keep mixing that up as it heats over like super low heat. And so I'll kind of reduce the franks with butter in it. And what that ends up getting is a much thicker, more rich sauce than what comes out of the bottle of Frank's. And so it's actually like the peak way to do it. It's the best way to do it. And so instead of getting a chicken wing that's runny, you know when you pick up a chicken wing that's dripping, you don't want your chicken wing to drip. You don't want it to be dry, but you don't want it to drip. You want it to be have this like tacky almost like really like gooey kind of texture that's like, or at least with the sauce. I could go to I'm typically making, oh yeah. That's why you guys need more solar panels. Kind of pot to use for get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. I'll never run out of gas at my house unless it's a major outage, but that's super rare. Yeah. Thick sauce. Yeah, well, you need it to be a little thick because you want the sauce to stick to the wing. Because if it doesn't stick to the wing, it just falls off, and then you end up with a plate of lightly sauced wings and a bowl of sauce underneath them. So it's not the greatest. But if you thicken them up a little bit with butter and saute, reduce the sauce down a little bit, and you get basically not there's a hard limit. Like once you get it too thick, it's too thick, and once you have it too thick, it's fucked. But like if you just get it right before that, it's just like, oh, it's so good, Chad. This is what I need to do, another cooking stream so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. You could sell your wings? Yeah, I could. I make some fucking banger ass fucking chicken wings. Let me go into the fucking Discord so I can show you guys. Actually, you know what? Where's my phone? I don't know where my phone is. So I'm gonna go look at my. I posted this to the Discord a while ago. I'll just do this. I just have to scroll up until I can find my chicken wings. When was the last time I posted chicken wings in general? I don't know. I don't know. This might be a lost cause. I don't know where I put the chicken wings. I don't see it. Fuck me. Oh well. Most of us want to try Astra's homemade wings. I think it'd be. I think you guys would be blown away. I make some banger ass wings. I'd have to get a license. Yeah. Yeah, I would. I would have to get a license. I'd have to get a food license. I'd have to get a food truck. Then I'd have to rent a spot for the food truck, and then I'd have to actually sell it. It would be a whole hell of a process. Fuck, dude. Where's my phone? Is it like? No. There it is. I found it. I'd like to see Astra a wing kickoff between Blondie and Astra. That'd be cool. Then give me your electric air fryer. How about no? How about no? Okay. Okay, go to Discord. You know what? I'll just do it like this. Go here. Go to my camera. Go and. Oh, yeah, chat. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Holy shit. Holy shit, chat. See, oh. Discord. General. Oh, yeah. Send that shit. Blondie's apparently a great chicken wing chef. Dude, I'd love to have a chicken wing cook-off with Blondie. Alright, chat, let me show you these wings. Let me show you the wings that I've got here. Let me show you these motherfuckers. Let me show you. Chef Ed. Try Bat Vibes. It could be the judge and Blondie for Astra and Blondie cook-off. No, because Bat Vibes would be biased. We need someone who's unbiased. We need to be like Maddie can be the judge or something like that. Does Maddie like chicken wings? Or does Maddie not like chicken wings? Is Maddie one of those people that can't eat spicy food? Alright, chat. So here's the deal, right? When you air fry the chicken wings and then deep fry them, you can get like this, you can really dial in the texture. And this is what I'm talking about, chat. Look at that shit. It's not burnt, it's not overly crispy, but it's got a lot of texture. And it's got a lot of like, oh, it's so good. And then this is what it looks like after it's been sauced up, dude. Oh my god, chat. Those look, oh, fuck, dude. I gotta make chicken wings. I gotta, you know what? I'm gonna go and I'm gonna put my chicken wings in the fucking fridge tonight, I think. I think I have to. Cause like this shit, my god. Holy shit, it looks so good. I might have to make these tomorrow. I might have to make them. Cause my mouth is like watering right now just looking at this shit. Oh, it's so good, dude. It's so fucking. Actually, I can't because I can't use my fucking stove. God damn it. No, I can't. No. No, you can't use my stove. Oh. You know what, though? I do have a deep fryer. So maybe I'll just use the deep fryer. The problem is that I have to, like. There's so much oil. I'd have to waste so much oil to use the deep fryer. It'd be like $17 of oil to use the deep fryer. Maybe not. I don't know. I might though, just because like I might, just because I really want chicken wings, and I have a deep fry. I do have a deep fryer. Thank you, Trey Racing, for the deep fryer. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll just buy another thing of. Maybe I'll just bite the bullet, spend $17 just so I can eat chicken wings. Astra, my love. Hello, Jules. All I see is messy fingers. Don't you have an air fryer? Yeah, but I gotta deep fry the wings. They're not the same. If you just air fry them, they're not the same, dude. They're just not the same. They don't stack up. Waste extra $17? Well, maybe I could like clean the oil instead of wasting it or something like that. I don't know, but I'm sure I can figure out something. Sometimes it's worth getting your hands dirty. That is true. It's very true, Tracing. It's very true. Sometimes if you're in, you know what, if you're into femboys, you gotta be willing to get your hands dirty. All right, if you want to get with a femboy, that's kind of the name of the game. She can't eat hot wings. Who, Maddie? Do you filter or reuse your oil? I don't, because I don't really know how to. But I'm thinking maybe I will. If I buy, or maybe if because I have enough oil, but maybe I'll use the oil I have and I'll just try to clean it and refilter it. The problem is, in order to do that, I also have to have my stove working because I need to heat the oil up in a pot with cornstarch. And I don't have either of. I don't have. If I don't have my stove, then it's just like, well, fuck. She can't eat hot wings? Why can't Maddie eat hot wings? Coffee filter in a mason jar? Maybe. I don't have a coffee filter, though. I don't know what I'll do yet, chap. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking. Methinks. I will, however, go to Little Caesars tonight, though. Because I'm hungry, and I want some pizza. And I think I'm going to end the stream here, chap. So I can go and get me some pizza. In her words, she's a bish. Oh, I see. Okay. Throw it out after fish or use 3 or 4 depending on discoloration. I know I can reuse it. I need to learn how to reuse it. It's just so inefficient. That's why I don't use my deep fryer normally. It's because the deep fryer requires so much oil to use that it's just ridiculous. But that's why I use my small little cast iron pot for deep frying most of the time, because I do like the chicken wings in a couple batches. But I guess that if I use the big deep fryer, it will allow me to do all of the chicken wings at once, which would be kind of nice. It'd be kind of interesting. That new pipe hits hard. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You got any for me? Can I come over, take a hit? Try the Weberoni if possible. If they have it. I'm not gonna wait though. If they're like, yeah, we'd have to make it fresh though, then I don't know. Especially if it's more expensive. I'd rather just have the basic bitch if it's not more expensive. Maddie's live. Raid her. Okay, I'll raid Maddie. I'll raid Maddie, and I will tell her that she needs to eat my chicken wings. Just download the app and pre-order it? I don't want to do that. Ew. Pre-ordering something? Downloading an app? Ew. I want to do that. Who wants to download an app? That's terrible, chat. I can't. I don't want to download an app. All right, chat. We're rating Maddie. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I will be live again tomorrow. So thank you for watching. I will again. We'll be live tomorrow. Turn off your camera. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. Gotcha.